This is Operation Takeover.
Can you guess who today's hero is? Well, I'll give you a clue. You might have to food them if you've over...
You're a bit hard to understand.
That was a rubbish clue, Chris. We're about to take over the job of today's hero, dental surgeon Anita.
Anita is a top trainer at the King's College London Dental Institute.
Now, how important is it to look after your teeth?
It is incredibly important to look after your teeth. Brushing morning and night for 2 minutes and to try and not eat too many sugary things, fizzy drinks especially.
So how often should you see the dentist?
You should really see the dentist every 6 months.
What? Anita, Dr. Xand is very proud of his teeth and he would like to show them off to you. Would you mind having a look at them?
Absolutely, that's no problem.
He's such a show-off. Here we go, Xand. Open wide.
Right, 8, 7, 6.
If you've ever wondered what on earth your dentist is talking about when you're in the chair, here's how it works.
Each tooth is given a specific number according to where it is in the mouth. Any milk teeth that you still have will be given a letter.
And what kind of common problems are you looking for?
I'm looking to make sure that you're brushing properly and that there isn't any decay in your teeth. Xand's done very well and he doesn't have any.
Very impressive, Xand.
Before we're let loose on today's Takeover Challenge, we need a masterclass. But I've no idea who we're going to practice on.
We use something very special. We use a phantom head.
A phantom head?
Oh, come on, Xand. Really? The phantom, or model head, is used by students to practice doing fillings. You start by putting in a suction tube to remove any extra saliva so the patient doesn't choke.
Next, you use the drill.
Cool.
Attaching the drill bit with a steady hand.
There you go.
Fix in.
Then we're going to imagine that this tooth has a little bit of decay in it. And so we're going to cut a little teeny tiny hole.
In goes the filling.
We're going to use a white filling material called composite.
Which is set hard using an ultraviolet light. Wow.
So we cover it so that it doesn't hurt our eyes. And then if you touch it, it's gone completely hard.
Amazing.
Thanks, Anita.
We've seen just how important dentists are for keeping your oral health in tip-top condition.
But will we be able to brush up on our skills enough to make our careers as dentists sparkle?
Come on.
It's time for us to take over as dentists.
Your challenge is to perform a filling on the phantom head. The first part is to remove the decay and the second part is to put the filling in. I'll be judging you on your professionalism, your technique, and how well you make it look like a real tooth at the end.
You know what, Chris? I've really got this challenge. Anita thinks my teeth look great, and now that I've overcome my fear of the phantom heads, there's really nothing to worry about.
Oh, you've overcome your fear, have you? Well, this won't bother you at all.
Come on, Chris. It's time to get our teeth into this.
No problem.
First of all, we get out the drill, put that right in. Okay.
That's very good.
Hello, sir or madam. Drill. Oop. That was
Whoa!
okay.
Health and safety, Xand.
Before you take your eye out and press the back
perfect.
goes in and it locks it.
So, first big mistake.
So you've got to lock the drill bit into the handpiece. It can fly out and then that could hurt somebody.
It's a bit nerve-wracking because it looks so much like a real tooth. I kind of don't want to drill into it.
I'm drilling already.
What about the suction, Smarty Pants?
So he's forgotten to turn his suction on.
That's embarrassing.
So if it was a real patient, they'd be gurgling.
I'd focus on yourself rather than me, Xand.
Oh, he's got his hands in the patient's eyes. We don't do that usually.
Come on, slow coach. I've moved on to filling.
Right behind you.
I had to use quite a lot, and I think I may have drilled out a little too much tooth.
Oh, Xand.
I mean, it's very clear now why people have to train for years and years how to do this.
Just need to set it with the UV light.
Probably enough.
And, right, thanks very much, sir, or madam. You can go on your way.
Well, I think I'm done. A satisfied customer. You can close your mouth now.
Not sure he's impressed. Fingers crossed Anita is.
Time for the verdict.
Anita, how did we do?
Well, you both tried really hard.
That's not good. That is not good.
On for the professionalism, Xand, you did put your fingers in the patient's eyes.
I needed a place to rest my hand.
Technique-wise, Xand did take a bit more tooth off than we normally would. For the final product, actually, you were both not too bad.
So what's the verdict?
Chris.
Oh! I guess I wasn't expecting to lose.
What, because you'd had such a good time?
I'd begun to believe that I'd become a dentist.
Well, Xand, you may have felt like a real dentist, but you're not a real dentist. That is job most certainly best left to the professionals.
Anita, I think you better have our coats back.
Fabulous.
This is Operation Takeover.
Can you guess who today's heroes are? Well, I'll give you a clue. Lots of them are volunteers, and they rescue people who get stuck in this stuff.
Ooh, is it the chocolate pudding rescue team?
What? No, Xand, that's mud.
Did you guess it?
We're about to take over the job of today's hero, Coast Guard Richard.
There are over 11,000 miles of coastline in the UK.
The Coast Guard can give you medical care in places no other emergency service can reach.
Richard is one of 3,500 volunteer Coast Guards and is a member of the Medway Mud Rescue Team.
I think of the dangerous bit as out there in the water. What's the issue with mud?
If you're going to walk across this mud, for example, it's wet and sludgy. It's like the type of quicksand where the more you walk and you move around, you're going to go down.
You also may have to do some first aid on the spot.
Yes, you will. Obviously, if somebody's been out there for a long while, they could have hypothermia. If it's a sunny day like today, they might be dehydrated.
Richard runs us through the equipment used, like the special shoes called mud pans.
As we walk out, they spread out to ease us through the mud and stop us sinking.
So it's like a snowshoe for mud.
Exactly. Also, we use these two stretchers. We will drag this behind us to assist the person that we're going to rescue out of the mud.
If someone's stuck in the mud, do you just pull them out?
No, we've got 3 ways of releasing them, either physically digging them out with one of those trenching tools or with this lance.
The lance fires out water or air to loosen the mud and free the person who's stuck.
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Ah!
We've seen just how important the work of the Coast Guard is in rescuing people from danger around Britain's coasts.
But when it comes to us having a go at the job, will it all be plain sailing? Or will we be a couple of stick in the muds? Get it? Like we're stuck in the mud? That's the... OK.
It's time for us to take over as Coast Guards.
So your challenge today is you're actually going to go on the mud, get dirty and do a proper mud rescue. You're going to go with one of our other team members, Scott, and we're going to go and rescue another team member, Sophie.
And what are you going to judge us on?
The first one is how well you go across the mud, hopefully not falling over into the mud, how you get them out using the equipment and reassuring them as you come back, making sure they're OK.
I think the hardest bit is going to be not getting at all muddy. And fortunately, I have a secret weapon. Baby wipes.
No time for your beauty regime now, Xand. This is an emergency situation.
We're coming, Sophie!
Off you go then, Chris. Don't get stuck in the mud.
Oh, his walking technique's fine. The thing is to keep moving but keep at a steady pace. It's not a race.
You OK?
I'm okay.
Got out there nice and quickly.
How you feeling?
I'm okay.
See how well they dig Sophie out.
It's really thick and sticky.
Whew. Come on, Chris. Get your hands dirty. Let's see how Chris does using the lance.
So you got one leg out.
They're doing really well.
I'll give you a hand there.
Once on the stretcher, Sophie can be winched to safety. But Chris, don't forget to keep her calm.
It's exhausting.
Chris?
I should really be talking to Sophie. Sophie, how are you doing?
I'm feeling okay, thanks.
Better late than never. Now she's safely on the shore, it's my turn. Here we go.
Come on then, Xandy. Let's see what you're made of.
This is very, very hard.
Told you.
How are you doing? You OK? Are you injured at all?
Good reassurance, Xand. She knows you're coming to help.
I'm completely out of breath.
Oh, he's moaning a little bit, isn't he? Let's just see.
You're completely stuck, aren't you?
Completely stuck.
All right, well, we'll get you out. Done that.
Tired already, Xand? That's not good.
Oh, there we go. Wow! Whoa, brilliant.
Xand's doing really well, actually.
You feeling good?
Making her feel safe.
OK, now my problem now is that I'm stuck.
Oh dear, Xand. Have you got a sinking feeling?
So we almost had 2 casualties then, Sophie and Xand.
You all right, Doc? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right, just about. It's good that you're keeping an eye on me as well.
Xand, they're not supposed to be looking after you too. Are you going to make it back to shore?
That is the hardest walking I've ever done.
It's time for the verdict. Sophie, patient care, how did we do?
I think it has to go to Xand.
Yes! What? Really? I'm very reassuring.
Scott, in terms of patient extraction, how did we do?
I think it was definitely Chris.
What? Now, hang on.
Chris didn't get stuck.
So it's 1-1. Richard, how's our technique on the mud?
Both keeping at a steady pace until, unfortunately, you got stuck. So my final vote has to go with Chris.
Oh, yes. Well, Xand, I may have won, but I think what we've really learned today is just how important and challenging the work of Her Majesty's Coast Guard Mud Rescue Team really is.
And it's definitely a job that is best left to the professionals. Richard, have our hats back.
Thanks, guys.
This is Operation Takeover.
Can you guess who today's hospital hero is? Well, I'll give you a clue. You might see them when your tummy's doing this. They might wear one of these. And they work with lots and lots of this.
Food! Chris, this is going to be the best hospital takeover challenge yet. I mean, who can complain about having to eat all this yummy...
We're not here to eat.
Aren't we?
We're here to find out about the amazing people that work in the hospital canteen.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to take over the job of today's heroes, Executive Chef Simon and Restaurant Supervisor Donna.
They're on the front line at Alderhay Hospital Restaurant, where they serve around 500 meals a day to patients, their families and staff.
Pleasure. This is different to a normal restaurant in that people who are in a hospital usually have something to worry about or some problem. That's why they've come.
Sometimes parents are looking to get away from the bedside. In the restaurant, it's a friendly face for them to speak to.
And what about the serving food? Do you get any tricky situations there?
Yeah, some people have allergies. It could be a life or death situation with the allergy.
So the stakes are quite high.
Stakes are high.
That was good, that was good.
To find out what makes a good canteen worker, we need to talk to some customers.
So Ruby, you've been coming to the Alderhay canteen for how many years now?
8.
So you know this canteen pretty well.
Yeah. I think it's nice that they want to know about me and make me feel a bit better.
Kira, have you got any tips?
You gotta be nice to the people.
What do you think would be the worst thing that we could do?
Maybe set the place on fire.
Who do you think is more likely to do that, me or Chris?
You.
What?
Because you're all crazy.
Thanks, Ruby and Kira. We've learned just how important the hospital canteen is for patients and their families.
But will our attempts to be hospital servers go as well as fish goes with chips? Or will we make a real dog's dinner out of it? Get it? Good, eh? Get it?
It's time for us to take over as canteen workers.
Your takeover challenge today is you're going to serve the special, which is a hot salad with chicken and bacon.
Sounds like a piece of cake.
No, it's a hot chicken and bacon salad.
What? Oh.
Here we go.
First, Simon gives us a quick demonstration on the best way to serve our salads.
We're putting 6 pieces of chicken.
We're going to be judged on
portion size,
speed,
and customer communication. Don't forget to ask about allergies.
The 2 allergens that we have in this meal here is we have mustard in the dressing and we have gluten in the croutons.
OK, cool.
How's that?
That looks fantastic.
Donna and Simon will be checking our every move.
The key to a good hot salad, Chris, is showmanship. People want flair, excitement, speed. I might try and set it on fire.
What? No, Xand, the key to a good salad is hygiene. Get your finger out of your ear. Disgusting.
Xand's up first.
How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
And who are you with?
This is my son, William.
Hey, William. Are you allergic to anything?
No.
Good communication, Xand. You remembered the allergies.
Now, how does it look, William? Does it look edible?
That's great, thank you very much. You've done a good job.
Done very well. That was his first salad. Portion size was slightly out.
Look, I hope your lad does well with this operation. I'm sure he will.
Xand's speeding through it.
Yeah, he's done it really fast, really well. It looks good and really full, so I'm happy with it.
Here we go, right. How am I doing sauce and salad? Is that all right?
We hopefully kept it in the bowl.
Oh dear, I'm sure I'll do better than that.
Well, go on then, Chris, it's your turn.
Do you have any allergies?
No.
Great communication, Chris.
Bit of tomato, bit of this lettuce, cucumber.
He's doing fine, he's picking it up, but he's doing a little bit too much chatting.
She's got a point.
Okay, so we can give 6 pieces of chicken. 1, 2, 3.
Speed up, we haven't got all day.
Have you got any allergies?
No, none, no of.
Lots of onion. Got no meetings this afternoon.
Just a few.
Uh-oh, time's up.
There was a spare one.
Put the food down, Xand. We're ready for the verdict.
I think overall you both did very, very well. Portion size. Xand, you wasn't as good on the portion size. The reason being is that when you start to shake your salad, a little bit landed on the floor. It was like he was doing a dance behind the counter.
I wanted to put on a bit of a show, to be honest. I felt like...
People don't want shows on, they want salad.
Speed-wise, unfortunately, Chris, you was quite slow.
But one person done too much chatting. And the winner of the challenge is...
For Simon, it's a draw, but the clear winner for Donna is Dr. Xand.
Way!
Well, well done, Xand, on a narrow victory. But I think what we both learned today is just what an important job the hospital catering department does.
And I think, to be honest, we should leave it to the professionals. Thank you very much.
I wonder if there's any salad left. This is Operation Takeover.
Can you guess who today's hero is? Well, I'll give you a clue. You'll have met today's hero when you were as old as this little guy, but you won't remember. Did you guess it? Today's hospital hero is head midwife Simon.
In the UK, there are 700,000 babies born every year. And luckily for us, there are thousands of midwives who make sure they arrive safely.
Before mums go into labour, the natural process when a baby is born, midwives like Simon give special training called antenatal classes.
So I want you to imagine you've got a really, really big bum. So one of the things that happens when you go into labour is you get these pains that come across your tummy, and your natural instinct would be to tense up. So one of the most important things you can do when you're a woman in labour is be as relaxed as possible.
Simon has some top tips on relaxation techniques.
Right, I want you to imagine that you're sat on a really sunny beach. Take a really big breath. That's it. And out again.
No snoring, Xand.
So the next thing I'm going to teach you about is how to get the baby in the best position. So you want it to be head down, and its head either to one side or the other side.
There are exercises to help with this too.
We've seen just how important midwives are for helping women to deliver their babies.
But will our time as midwives be as smooth as a baby's bottom?
It's time for us to take over as midwives.
Your challenge today is you're going to teach an antenatal class to some real pregnant women.
We're going to be judged on
niceness,
relaxation skills,
and communication.
I have been going to antenatal classes because my wife is about to have a baby. Xand, how are you feeling?
I'm just wondering if I can use the birthing ball to sort of bounce the babies out.
We'll both be trying our best with these 3 very kind mums-to-be.
I hope they know what they've let themselves in for.
Simon will be watching our every move. First of all, how nice can we be?
Judging from bumps, you're all fairly advanced in pregnancy, and you're the most due, aren't
Most
you?
advanced, yeah.
OK.
It's been really nice. His eye contact and just his general manner was lovely.
Step aside for Grandmaster Nice.
Can we start off sitting on the balls? Is that ball approximately OK for you?
That's fine.
Lovely.
He's given Becky the biggest ball, which is good because she's really tall.
Very nice, really warm and friendly.
OK, time to relax.
Taking a really deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and feel your shoulders going relaxed.
That's really good.
Really relaxed. I really liked the visualising technique that he used, closing my eyes. It was really good.
Top that, Xand.
What I want you to imagine is that you are on a beach. Maybe you can feel the sand, hear the waves crashing.
He's described it really well. The beach and the sea.
Touché, Chris.
Finally, how's our communication?
If the baby is in a back labour position,
So it's got the baby the wrong way round.
Get it right, Chris.
You head the other way.
It's the wrong way around there.
Ha! Snap.
So one of the really good things you can do, if you stand up straight, having a straight back with that nice lumbar lordosis, we call it, the curve of the back.
That was a bit technical.
Lumbar schmumber, Chris.
Some of the words Chris used were a bit over my head.
It's actually quite terrifying to talk to a group of pregnant women who are this pregnant.
If you come across a bit nervous, they might not believe what you say.
And the pillow between your legs and just slightly tilted over.
I'm getting the mums-to-be to try various positions to help get the baby in the right one for it to be born.
Up to you, Chris, but I'm showing them how it should be done.
Pillow between your legs is to try and have the pelvis a bit more open, and that allows the baby's head to shift down a bit.
Tried more positions ourselves rather than just talking about it would have been maybe a bit more helpful.
Thank you very, very much indeed. Good luck.
Class dismissed. It's time for the verdict.
Simon, how did we do?
So, from a relaxation perspective, the women felt relaxed in both of the classes, so you did a good job.
So we're dead heat for relaxation, really?
Niceness. Your mum would be really proud of you both. You're both really, really nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's down to the final category, communication.
And you were really quite nervous.
Okay.
And Chris was quite happy to get the women to move around and do stuff.
Oh.
You tended to talk more about it.
Simon, who is the overall winner of today's challenge?
Dr. Chris.
Oh. You know what, this is the one challenge that I'm happy to lose because it's quite important that you know what you're doing when your wife has a baby soon.
If there's one thing we've learned today, it's that midwifery is definitely best left to the professionals. Time to hand our jackets back.
Thank you very much.
Thank
indeed.
you.
Hi, everyone. Well, since we filmed Operation Ouch, I have had a baby. Look at this. This is Lyra. Ouch viewers, meet an Ouch baby. All that Lyra does at the moment is eat and sleep and scream and poo in huge quantities, don't you? So she's a bit like her Uncle Xand, really. Oi, cheeky.
This is Operation Takeover.
Can you guess who today's hospital hero is?
Well, here's a clue. They work with these. Can you guess it? We're about to take over the job of today's hero, pharmacist Emma.
Emma is one of 37 pharmacists organising the medicine at Alder Hey.
So as doctors, we've written thousands of prescriptions. They come up here to pharmacy. But what happens to them next, Emma?
We'll make sure that all the information is on the prescription that we need to get the medicine to the child.
Looking around us, there are hundreds of medicines. How much do you know about all of them?
So we know what the right dose is, we know what each of the medicines contain and what they can be used for.
I always thought doctors knew lots about medicine, but actually pharmacists know much more, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Not so clever after all.
No.
A pharmacist's job doesn't stop in the medicine room.
Hello, Grace. My name's Emma. I'm a pharmacist on the ward.
They also deliver the medicines directly to the patients, passing on their knowledge and advice.
What do you lot think of the pharmacists?
Because when the pharmacists come in, they're nice and kind and helpful.
And she explained, like, what's going on in my tummy. And they are hard work people.
Thanks, everyone. There's a lot to live up to.
We've seen just how important pharmacists are in helping to make you feel better.
But will our careers as pharmacists be a bitter pill to swallow? Get it? Good, eh? Get it?
It's time for us to take over as pharmacists. Our challenge is to successfully prepare 3 prescriptions and deliver them to the eagerly waiting patients and staff.
Yep, but I don't think Emma has much faith in us. The prescriptions are fake, they've given us coloured beads instead of tablets, and the medical names are a bit suspect.
Snototrexil? Burpamol? She'll be judging us on 3 things. Number 1,
Fill the bags with the right medicines in the right quantity. Also to make sure that when you do hand the medicines over that you give the correct advice.
Phew. Xand, you're up first.
Burpamol, twice a day with food for 7 days.
2 times 7 equals 14.
Sanitation, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Watch and learn, Chris.
Burpamol,
Hot on your heels, Xand.
13, 14. Salivaton, 12, 13, 14.
This is easy.
Snototrexil, 3 times a day for 3 days is 9. 3, 4.
Oops, I think a few extras went in there.
Well, let's see if you do any better, Chris.
6. Oh,
nope, didn't think so.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be mixing the pills in the same bag.
We have both failed at that prescription. Hopefully the last one's a bit easier.
5 days of Burpamol, OK.
We have got the patients waiting on these medicines.
I know.
Come on, Xand.
10 pills.
There are patients waiting.
9, 10.
I'm off to the wards.
Right behind you.
Jack, Nurse Katie and Kieran are all still waiting for their medicine and the very important pharmacist advice. Is Jack here? So I'm Dr. Xand. I've got Burpamol and salivation for you. We might have to let Mum have that, actually. I should have given it to Mum. Oh, well.
Not going to give any advice, then? OK.
Is Jack in here? So you've got... This is where I'm in trouble, because I've forgotten if the green one's a Burpamol. Do you know what colour Burpamol is?
Ha! Epic fail, Chris.
I'm going to have to take this prescription back to the pharmacy. I feel a bit silly.
On to the next one for me. I'm looking for Katie, and I have a prescription for you. So this is meant to be for Snototrexil and Pusiloxate. And I'm missing a bag. Oh, hell no. What I have now is a bundle of bags and a bundle of prescriptions. It all looks the same. I have no idea which is which. This would basically be disastrous. Chris, I've messed up. I've bundled up all my bags and all my prescriptions. I don't know which is which.
Why didn't you do that?
Oh, I tied little knots. I tied mine like party bags. I might have to go back and get the one I've given out.
That's it. Xand's out. Disqualified.
You're the last man standing, Chris.
Is Nurse Katie here? I've got a prescription here. It's for Snototrexil and Pusiloxate, but I put all the pills together in one bag. And you don't know which colour Pusiloxate is. And you don't just want to have a guess and hope that it all turns out well.
Surely he should be disqualified too.
Wait. I have one last chance to redeem myself.
Kieran, so this is your Burpamol, which you have to take twice a day with food for 5 days. So I'm going to leave them with you.
Bingo. That's one accurate prescription with the right medicines delivered to the right patient with the right advice. Thoughts, Xand?
I think you got lucky, but only Judge Emma can decide.
Xand started really well, but he muddled up all the bags and he actually left the medication with the wrong patient, so he's disqualified. Chris spotted his mistakes before handing any of his medicines out, and he actually even managed to get one prescription correctly to the right patient.
OK, so who's the winner, Emma?
Dr. Chris, you just were slightly more organised.
Yes! Victory!
That is not a triumph.
A career in pharmacy awaits me.
I doubt it.
Well, I think we've both learned today how important the job of the pharmacist in the hospital is.
And I think it is definitely best left to the professionals. Have the prescriptions back.
Have the pharmacist codes back.
Thank you.
Ooh.